Good afternoon, everyone. I will share my screen and we'll start the session. Okay, I give the summary last what we discussed in the last session. So last session we started the operator side. So the purpose of operators which are used to perform some operations like addition, multiplication, subtraction, and all. So in that, so in Java there are set of statements. There are set of statements. There are set of statements. The statements are like I can say arithmetic operators, and we discussed about assignment operators, and we discussed about relational or logical operators, relational or I would say comparison operators, and we discussed about logical operators, logical operators, and we discussed about so these are the operators we discussed in the last session. So today we'll discuss about a ternary operator, ternary operator, ternary operator, and next here we will discuss about a new operator, and here we will discuss about a dot operator, dot dot operator, operator. Okay. So these are the things we discussed in the last session: arithmetic operators, assignment operators, and logical operators, ternary operator, and then ternary operator, new operator, and dot operator. New operator and dot operator. Okay, so generally today we'll go ahead with the ternary operator. So what does it mean by ternary operator? So ternary operator, generally the ternary operator also called as conditional operator. Ternary operator also called as conditional operator. Conditional operator. Conditional operator. Like based on the condition, we can execute the it will return based on the condition. It will return the results to us. It will give the results to us. Like the syntax for the ternary operator, the syntax should be like we will take the syntax. Syntax for the ternary operator is, so here we will take I would say expression one. That might be any expression. Here we will take the one expression, and then here we will take another expression. There are total three expressions we will take. There are total three expressions we will take. Here it will check the condition. If the condition is satisfied with any one of these two, then it will execute that statement. It will execute that statement. Okay, fine. So here, generally, here we will give the some condition, and this condition, the question mark meaning, so it will allow, evaluate. It will evaluate. So if the condition is true, then so these are the two values we will mention. If the condition is true, then if it is true, then it will execute this one. If it is false, then it will execute this one. Then it will execute expression 3. If it is execute, meaning if it is the true, it will execute expression 2. If it is the false, it will execute the expression 3. It will execute the expression 3. Okay, so that I will write a simple program on it. You can get the clarity on it. I will go with my notepad, go to text. So here I would like to take demo. Here I will take here I will take one. I will create one more class. Creating one more class and mentioning the class name is ternary.java, and click on that. Open Java file, and the structure is public class and the class name is ternary, and from here to here this is the scope of the class. And here you can take a main method, public static void main, and then here you can take string and aux. From here to here this is the scope of the class. In that you can mention, so here I am taking two values, int a equal to some 20 and int b equal to some 30. Int b equal to some 30 I'm taking. So here you can observe what I'm doing. The syntax for the syntax is three expressions. Ternary operator meaning you should take three expressions. Now here a greater than b, a greater than b meaning, so if the condition a greater than b meaning a is holding the value 20 and b is holding the value 30. The condition is false, right? If the condition is false, then I need to display some message. That message you can take anything, and here I would like to mention no. Here I would like to mention no, and then I am mentioning here. So here a greater than, here I would like to mention less than. So there are three expressions. Here I am checking the condition. If the condition is true, then it will execute yes. If the condition is false, then it will execute this one. The entire statement we need to store in somewhere, right? So that I will store in some result, and the data type is string. I would like to mention the data type is string. The data type is the string. Why? Because it is returning. Why? Because it is returning string format. We are taking the integer values, and it is validating. It is validating. It is validating. And then now can go ahead with and take sysout statement. You can take sysout statement. Result variable is the result. You can take the result and then save the file. And now can go to the command prompt and give compile the file. Compile the file. The file is ternary operator ternary.java. The file name is ternary.java. Now you can check the file is compiled or not. System.println spelling mistake. You can go to that file and save the file. Now you can go again command prompt, compile the file. File has successfully compiled. Now run the file. Run the file Java and ternary.java. Now you can see it is executing the statement. It is executing the statement. It is executing the statement. I will repeat. I repeat one more time. I repeat one more time. So in this program, I took two variables. One is A, and the second one is the B. Okay, fine. Now here I am taking the condition. So question mark, it will represent, it will evaluate these two values. Okay, if the condition is true, if the condition is true, if the condition is true, then it will execute this statement. If the condition is false, then it will execute this statement. Okay, question mark represents, it will evaluate. Okay, if it is true, after question mark, it will evaluate. Evaluate meaning like if it is true, then it will execute this one. If it is false, then it will execute this one. It will execute this one, and that I am printing. So this entire three statements I am storing in one variable. The variable data type is the string. The variable data type is the string. For example, the variable data type is the string. For example, if you want to represent the numbers and all, then the numbers also can represent. The numbers also can represent. So instead of string, if you want to represent the numbers also can represent. Like here, I would like to mention some 200, and here also I can mention some 500, some 500. Meaning, if the condition is true, it will execute this one. If the condition is false, then it will execute this one. That I will show you the same program. But here the data type, it is written in the format of integers, right? Then you can mention the data type is the integer. Now you can come here, run the file, java ternary.java, and java ternary, and now you can see how the result is coming. The thing is, when the condition is true, when the condition is true, then it will execute this expression. When the condition is false, then it will execute this expression. It will execute this expression, and this is the entire result I am storing in the variable. This is the variable, and the variable data type is the integer. The variable data type is the integer. The variable data type is the integer. So I am using the SOP statement, and I am printing the result. I am printing the result. Okay, I hope this is clear, right? Okay, fine, very good. Next, we have the concept that is unary operators. Very easy topic. Unary operators. Unary operators. Unary operators. What is the purpose of unary operators meaning? So generally, before going to that, you should be familiar with, I would say, in the unary operators, first thing you should know about a plus plus operator. So plus plus operator, what does it mean by plus plus operator meaning? Increment by 1. And you should be aware of minus minus operator. Minus minus operator. Meaning this is decrement by 1. Decrement by 1. Decrement by 1. Meaning if you mention the plus plus meaning, the value will increase by 1. If you mention the minus minus operator, the value will decrease by 1. That I will show you the simple program I will write, and then I will show you. Here I will take the one class. I will create a class, take a file, and mention the file name as unary operators, unary operators, unary operators.java, and save the file. Now take the skeleton of the program, public class and unary operator, and from here to here, this is the scope of the class. And here you can take main method public static void main, and here you can take aux, and then here this is the scope of the class, and here you can take any value. I'm taking into x equal to some 5 value, and here I would like to take sysout statement println, and here I would like to print the value. So x value, x is x value is, I would like to mention plus operator, and then here I will mention the x. Then if I execute this file, and then if I run this file, then I can get the result as 5 only. Now you can see I'm mentioning x plus plus. So I'm copying the same statement, and then I am I would say mentioning here, and then again I am copying the number here, and then I'm saving here, and then again I'm copying here. Now what will be the result? What will be the result? So when I mention plus plus operator, so x is already holding the value is 5. When I mention the x plus plus or x plus plus, meaning the value which is increased by 1. That is the magic. So I will show you that one. You can come here and then run command prompt java c and unary operators dot java dot operators or operator dot java. Yeah, unary operator dot java, and compile the file. So the file unary operator unary operator java c unary operator. Go to the file location, use this command prompt java c unary operators unary operator dot java unary operator. Where this file unary operators. Save the file. Now you can go to the command prompt. Now give the unary operators. File has successfully compiled. Now you can execute the file. Unary operators. See, initially it is holding the value is 5, and it is increment by 1, and it is also increment by 1. X value is 6, 7. Similarly, you can try with minus minus. Minus minus. You can copy these two statements, and then I am pasting here, and here also I am pasting here. Here I am mentioning minus minus. Minus minus meaning the value decrement by 1. Save the file and go to the command prompt java c operators dot java, and then java c operators. Now you can see the values, how the values are changing. Got it right? I repeat one more time. So we are discussing about the operators, unary operators. The skeleton is the same in that what we are doing generally. So initially x is holding the value is 5. Now this meaning the value of this one meaning increment by the 1. So which meaning increment by 1. Okay, fine. So it is increment. Now here what should the value print? It will print here, it will print 6, and again we are mentioning plus plus. Plus plus meaning here also it will increment by 1. Increment by 1. Okay, fine. And meaning it will become 7. It will become 7. Okay, fine. Now here we are mentioning minus minus. Minus minus meaning here this is decrement by 1. Decrement by 1 meaning now this, now x is holding the 7. 7 becomes 6. 7 becomes 6, and again minus minus meaning again this is decrement by 1. Decrement by 1 meaning, so this one it will become as the 5. So totally we will get the result like this. Total finally we will get the results like this: 6 7 6 5. Okay. Okay, fine. Next time. So in that, okay, fine. In that we have the uh, unary operators is divided into like post increment and pre increment and all. So we'll go ahead with and we'll try to understand uh, post increment and pre increment and all. So for that I will go ahead with the take MS Paint. So from that we'll try to understand. So here I would like to take two values, guys. One is int. I would like to say int x equal to, I would like to take some 5. Okay, fine. Next int y equal to x plus plus x plus plus. Okay, fine. Now what will happen internally? The process is, guys, carefully listen. Okay, please concentrate. There are two containers. One container is one container. This is the there are two containers. One container name is the x, and the second container name is the y. Second container name is the y. And here 5 is the value. 5 value we are assigning to the x variable. Okay, very good. Meaning 5 is the container. 5 is holding the value is 5, which is holding the value is 5. Okay, very good. Now y is the container, and here you can see the symbol. The symbols, what the symbols there it is having? It is having the symbol that is the increment. Plus plus meaning increment. Okay, increment. Very good. And that is the pre-increment or post-increment. So the symbol where it is available, I use it that after the variable, right? After the variable, this is the variable, right? These symbols I use it after the variable. If it is the after the variable, then we can say this is post-increment. This is post-increment. If it is the post-increment, then we have one mantra. Then we have one mantra. What is that mantra? The mantra is first assign. The mantra is first assign and then increment. First assign and then increment. First assign and then increment. This is the mantra you should by heart. Okay, and then increment. Increment. Okay, this is with respect to post increment. Okay, fine. Now you can see first assign. First assign meaning whatever the variable value it is holding x variable, so it will assign that value to that y value, y variable, y variable. And then after the assignment is completion, after assignment is completed, then it will increase, meaning it will become 6. Now the x value is 6 and y value is the 5. Y value is the 5. So similarly, we can try with one more example. We can try with one more example. Here I'm taking int sum a equal to sum 3. Okay, fine. Next here int b equal to increment a. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Now So this is the operator. Now generally how the internal process is, there are two containers. There are two containers. The container name is this is the A container. This one is the A container. This is the A container and this is B container. B container. A is holding the value 3. Okay, very good. Now come to here, and this is the increment or decrement. This is the increment. This is increment. Okay, fine, very good. And where I used this one, before the variable or after the variable? I used this one as before the variable. If it is the this is pre-increment. If it is the pre-increment, if it is the pre-increment, if it is the pre-increment, then we have the one mantra. The mantra is hmm, first increment and then assign the value. First increment and then assign the value. First increment, first increment and then assign the value. Assign the value and then assign. Okay, and then assign. Okay, this is with respect to pre-increment. Okay, similarly we have few more examples. The examples is generally here you can observe here. I'm taking one more variables int x equal to some 10. I'm taking x equal to I'm taking some 10. Okay, fine. Next into I equal to I'm mentioning x minus minus. The internal processes, there are two containers. And the container names is, this one is x, this is y. Okay, fine. Now x is holding the values 10. Okay, very good. Next, the symbol is decrement. The symbol is decrement. And where I used this symbol, like before the variable or after the variable? After the variable. I used this one after the variable. Then if I use the after variable, then you can say that is the post decrement. If it is the post decrement, then you have the mantra. What is that mantra? First assign and then decrement. First assign and then decrement. First assign and then decrement. Okay, meaning it will assign the value and it will decrease by 1, meaning it will become 9. Similarly int I would like to take some 5, and next int a equal to minus minus this is the b. Here you can mention a. Here you can mention a. I repeat one more time. Int b equal to minus minus a. What will happen internally? There are two containers. The containers names is actually a container, b container, and a is holding the value 5, and b is now come to here. This is the increment or decrement. Okay, this is decrement. Okay, very good. Decrement. decrement. Okay, if it is which where I used this one, before the variable or after the before the variable. If it is the before the variable, then you can mention pre-decrement. Pre-decrement. Okay, if it is a pre-decrement, then you have the mantra. That mantra is first decrement and then assign the value. First decrement and then assign the value. First decrement. First decrement and assign the value. Assign the value. Assign the value. Assign the value. Okay, I hope this is clear, right? Okay, fine. Very good. Now I will write the same program on it and then I will show you get the clarity on it. You'll get the clarity on it. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Now here, the same file I am using here. Here I would like to int x equal to. I would like to mention some 10, and here int y equal to x plus plus x plus plus. Now here I would like to take system dot out dot println. Here I would like to print the value of x value, and in middle I would like to take some string. This is the string, and then I would like to print the y value. I would like to print the y value. Then what is the result here? It is the plus plus, meaning first assign the value, right? Generally how internally it will happen. Mm, so there are two containers. There are two containers. Okay, very good. One container name is the x. This is the x. This is holding the values 10. Okay, very good. Now this container name is the y. Now this is the symbol is increment. Where I use this one after the variable. After the variable, then this is called post increment. If it is the post increment, first assign the value and then decrement. First assign the value and then increment. Meaning y become 10 and x become 11. Meaning here the answer is 11 and 10. 11, 10. This is the answer. This is the answer. Okay. So similarly, this is with respect to post increment. Here I would like to mention post increment. Okay, the same way you can take with the pre increment as well. I would like to take inter a equal to some 5 and int b equal to plus plus a. Now I would like to take the system dot out dot println. Here I would like to print the now if I print this one, now what will happen? First increment the value and then assign the value. This is the decrement meaning This is the symbol is increment. Where I use this one, before the variable or after the variable? Before the variable. Before the variable. If it is the before the variable, first it increment by 1. So a is holding the value is 5, 5, and then in the increment it will increment, so that I will show you, you get the clarity on it. There are two containers. This is also one more container. Okay, this container name is A, this container name is B. A is holding the value 5. Now here this is the decrement, pre-decrement. If it is the pre-decrement, first increment the value, meaning 5 becomes 6. This value it will assign to the, this value it will assign to B. Now the value of A is 6 and 6. A is holding the value is 5. It will become, now the value A value is 5 and B value is 6. B value is 6. So that is the thing you should be remember. Now here the A value is 5 and B value is 6. B value is 6. So similarly we'll have the with respect to decrement also. Int p equal to some 10 value I would like to take, and int q equal to p minus minus, meaning here you can observe we would like to take the system dot out dot println, so same statement you can copy from here, and that here you can see change the values p and then q. This is the decrement, but pre-decrement or post-decrement. So the symbol which is available after the decrement. Post-decrement meaning first assign the value and then increment the value. So first assign the value meaning key value is 10, and then increment meaning it will become 11. It will become 11. Okay, so this is the with respect to in case of here. Next one is the same set of statements I am taking, and next we have minus minus. Here you can take m, and I would like to take n. I would like to mention m. Here I would like to mention m, and here also I will mention n. Meaning here m is having the value 10. 10 here, this is pre-decrement. Pre-decrement meaning first decrement and then assign the value. First decrement and then assign the value. Meaning m value become 10, n value become 9, 10, 9, 10, 9. So okay, I'm save the file, and I will go to my command prompt. Java cunl.java. The file has successfully compiled, and now you can see the value. You can see the value. So there actually you are getting the values are here. You can give the some space. Yeah, here first decrement meaning m value become 9, 9 value it is assigning to that one. You can come here, you can run the file, run the file. Show. 11 10 6 6 9 10 9 9 9. Okay, this is with respect to unary operators. Next, two of the operators we have. The two of the operators actually, the two of the operators actually are new operator and dot operator. So we'll go ahead with the dot operator. So dot operator, which is used to access the class members. Dot operators, the purpose of dot operator, which is used to access the class members. What does it mean by class members? So class members, Java, like in the class members mean which include like variables and methods, and I can say variables, methods, and then constructors. These all comes under the these all are comes under these are comes under the class members. So which are used to access the class members. Meaning, like we are using the system.out.println, right? So meaning we are accessing the class members. So going forward, we'll be having system.out. So you can see here we are using the dot operator. We are using the dot operator. Meaning, so out is the variable we are accessing where it is available. It is available in the Java class, which is available in the system class. System is the predefined class. So from that we are accessing the variables and methods by using the dot operator. Dot operator. So dot operator, which is used to access the class members, which is used to access the class members. And next we have the new operator. New operator also, which is used to new operator which is used to create the object. Create the object. So what does it mean by object and all? So going forward, we have the OOPS topics. At the time, we will discuss about the OOPS topic. The purpose of a new operator, which is used to create the object. How we can create the object? I will show you the normal demo. Like public class and demo is the class name, and from here to here, this is the scope of the class. And normally, this is the scope skeleton of the class. Like I would say, public static void main, and normally you will be having the this is the class, right? Class is just I would say blueprint, just imagination we will write the in the class that we want to store in some variable that you can create the object. How you can create the object? You can create the object by using the class name. The class name is a demo, and this is the variable name demo, and I can say the new operator and demo. So the thing is how we can create the object is by using the new operator, meaning new demo, meaning the object got created inside the heap memory, and this object we cannot directly reuse anyway. So that is the reason this one we can store in one reference variable. That reference variable we can mention anything. This reference variable data type is the demo. This reference variable data type is the demo. So this is all about the operators. So with that we're done with operators. I repeat one more time. What are the operators we discussed in the operators topic? I can say arithmetic operators, and we discussed about assignment operators, assignment operators, and we discussed about relational or comparison operators, relational or I can say comparison operators, and logical operators, logical operators, and Next, today we discussed about ternary operators, and we discussed about the unary operators, and next we discussed about new operator, and we discussed about dot operator. So these are the operators mostly we'll use. These are the operators. These are the operators mostly we use. Okay, so with that we done with the operators. So next class we'll start with the other topic. Anyone have any questions in this area? Anyone have any questions? Guys, anyone have any questions? Please share your names, guys. So today your assignment is you can do the assignments on ternary operators, unary operators with four combinations like pre-decrement, post-decrement, pre-decrement, and post-decrement. These four combinations you can do. These are the your assignments. Yeah. Okay. Fine, guys. Thank you. I'm ending the session. We'll meet you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, guys.